Well, if not that I know Chelsea for a long time, I would have believed Sao is a cost to Chelsea because that guy, he's not even qualified to be in Premiership.
Now, why Premier League now the best league for the world? Because you having all the most expensive players, you go see team we come from village like this, we go gridai.
We are not actually at the same level with Watford, but they tried. Their statement I normally use, I say there's always a difference between boys and men.
From that first half, the only person I noticed was Dennis. I never knew that the guy is a Nigerian. See how they suffer Chelsea defenders.
You see determination, you see commitment, you see zeal. You see someone that is, trying to deliver.
Watford, they just want to show themselves. No matter how small pikin climb tree, you understand, big man can sit and see the other side.
I thought it would be a score in the park. In fact, they caught my sleep. There are some players that are supposed to be loaned to Arsenal, but I don't know why they are still in Chelsea.
We passed our winning last week. We don't plan back to continue.
Welcome to Football Fans Tribe. Here we interview Nigerian football fans after matches. I will give you Nigerian football fan content back to back. So if you're new here, please, and I beg, click the subscribe button. But there's a quick announcement. We are doing some crowdfunding to sponsor our trip to AFCON in January to watch the Super Eagles live in Cameroon. We can't do it without you. So anything way you get, I beg, just check the comment section or in the description for account details so that I can drop whatever you have. Nothing is too small and nothing is too big for us to achieve this dream. Thanks for watching. Here comes the rest of the interviews.
Yeah, very tight game, and I even feel Chelsea is a little bit lucky to win today's game. We didn't play very well, to be honest. I think our coach needs a time off, but unfortunately there's no international break anymore, and then the coach just needs to put his hearts together because this is a new policy of he wants to favor everybody. It's not helping the team. There are some players that are supposed to be loaned to Arsenal, but I don't know why they are still in Chelsea. I don't want to mention the names of the players so that one or two persons will not criticize me. But seriously, not everybody in Chelsea is qualified to play for Chelsea. Some of them should go to lower clubs like Arsenal and maybe Tottenham.
Interesting, but then a player that's been playing well for Chelsea this season so far, Chalobah, he went down today with a hamstring injury, maybe at best 2 to 3 weeks. But what do you think?
Well, football injury is inevitable. Yeah. So if you can't a regular season, we also can't injuries. We only hope when it comes back for injury, he should be back and running. Because one of the problems Chelsea had with Zuma was his ability to pick up after injury. Zuma was never himself again after that injury. So we just hope that this our bright star will come back and pick up from where he stopped. We wish him a speedy recovery.
Speedy recovery. And then Saul, a member of that midfielder, since he came from Atletico Madrid, he has been very, very poor. And another Premier League game, another poor performance again.
Well, if not that I know Chelsea for a long time, I would have believed Sao is a cost to Chelsea because that guy, he's not even qualified to be in Premiership. The least team in Premiership is not qualified. I've always told people that cares to listen. Atletico Madrid and everybody in Atletico Madrid, apart from this crop of players that they have now, they are naturally average players. The greatest player in Atletico Madrid is their coach. Their coach makes everybody to believe that nobody is better than you in this wing you are playing. So with that mentality, they all tend to want to play their best. But find out the best of Atletico Madrid player when they leave Atletico Madrid or any other club, how high is their rating? Very poor. Look at the light of Adan Turan. He was so hyped. He was playing so well in Atletico Madrid. He went to Barcelona where food already done. Okay, eating food he could not. So Atletico Madrid, I feel most players, I think Sao was actually brought to Chelsea on the hype of the club that is coming from. If not, if he were to be in a certain team, nobody will want him because he's not qualified to be in the bench of Chelsea. We need quality bench to help the team. It's not qualified. There are other players that don't qualify. In this tonight, I'm in a good mood. I don't want to mention those names, but I can never forget Royce Barkley. That guy is not qualified to be in Chelsea. Anybody that likes him should please advise him to look for another club. So Chelsea need to manage the crop of players so they get to win this league, at least for the coach, so that the coach CB go grow. If not, December is the toughest season. It's the toughest month in Premiership, and not just Premiership, other leagues as well, because you play more matches and the time frame is so close. You play on Monday on Tuesday you may have match sef, it's scarce not a game, but because of trainings are tougher than some match. I thought it would be a score in the park. In fact, I caught my sleep, but I'm gonna leave my sleep first. But seriously, December is not a month to joke as far Premiership is concerned.
A very interesting and difficult game for Chelsea today. But now wetin you expect from
You lose your voice from shouting. Because I hear you when they shout inside.
Yes, I lose my voice more for shouting. These now the kind fixtures, now the kind games we go expect from December. Not an easy game, especially when they go away. And now why Premier League now the best league for the world, because you having all the most expensive players, expensive coach, expensive owner. You go see team wey come from village like this, wey go gridai on a very good day. But the most important thing wey will come out for this night na that 3 point. Despite you didn't play the way we expected to play, but the most vital thing wey carry us come here this night na to collect that 3 point goal. So good one for Chelsea today.
And the injury to Chalobah, is that a worry?
My second favorite defender after maybe Rodiger or Thiago Silva is my best, but I really feel for him. No, I don't know whether not too much game or this thing. Yeah, I feel like that because I know how the boy they put in energy for tackles, for sliding, for movement. So I pray man come back with a very big loss to us. Any Chelsea fan will go say you never feel that boy impact or you know go miss him. Then that person go break in television.
Interesting. And then Ziyech off the bench to score the winning goal today. Your thoughts on it?
Yeah, very good one. I feel saying don't they regain back in confidence. Small first, those in first touches. I remember one of our cup game, was it not last season? In lose ball a lot, in such that our man said was very angry, but so far, at least first touch don't they okay. At least that confidence of and don't they put body like Harvard. See when Harvard first come, they do lazy. But see now Harvard go chest ball, you want shade you want guide you. Like you understand the league now don't soak enter around. So now I expect Ziyech to do. I believe say the league to do the enter around. You don't say oh boy, this Chelsea team competition they are more. I can't just put body and see now at least the team don't they pay off for them. Yeah.
Interesting. And then somebody will be very lazy today. Another Premier League game, another bad Premier League game again. Then sub and first half. Saul. That guy go ever play into this league. Any hope for him?
Now only I know how you reach Chelsea. Only I know how you reach Chelsea. But Chelsea na club one say then sabi help people career. We have Fernando Torres, we have Benayoun, we have so many people. So we just they have Saul. So I don't know where we feel help and reach. We feel see help and reach and go win Champions League. Good for us. So I believe say I help with the help and but I feel say that buy. I mean that loan when income. Now he get waiting. They know they tell us about that loan. I've been very years saying pre-contract way in agent and with Chelsea been get. I don't know whether na good report or not, but only I know how he's reach Chelsea. But any our player. So but bad game for him today. Bad game.
Very, very bad game. And then your final thoughts.
Final thought is that the league is getting more difficult every day, every game. But I know say now only 3 people are there for this league. The Man City, the Chelsea, the Liverpool. And we just paused our winning. We paused our winning last week. We don't plan back to continue. Yeah.
It's been long I watched this kind of match. Because I won't lie to you, my heart was actually pumping. Because to me at a point I feel like it's like overconfidence is actually disturbing our coach. Yeah. But the same time I was thinking that towards that way. I think he was thinking the same thing the same time. So and he made a change. Yeah. And I was talking to someone, I say, you see this change will still bring a change. You see, and that's what
and the change brought a change.
And the change brought a change.
No. Nice one.
So I never expected although I know that Watford will struggle. I mean, a team that beat Man U straight 4-1, almost 4-0. They just luckily managed to get one. But I was like, even though what happened, I don't want to talk about it. What happened over the weekend that happened there. But we know the issue of England, we don't talk it. Yeah. So we are not actually at the same level with Watford. But they tried. And then I used to make the statement I normally use. I say there's always a difference between boys and men. Yeah. So thank God we didn't lose. And if we have drawn, I would have feel bad anyway. Yeah. So because I know what it means. We don't need a draw now, as it stands now, because those that are competing with us now, they are winning. So if we should draw, it means there's no hope, much hope anyway. I wouldn't say there's no hope, but despite the fact that the point, at least I'm sure we are ahead of some people, and we are still leading. So that is just the basic thing.
What did you think of our boy today? Dennis, Emmanuel Dennis, that scored for Watford.
Yeah, the guy is always a good guy, yo. There's no two ways about it. It's not just that he played Chelsea. He's always a good guy. He even if he didn't score in a match, you will see determination. It's just like this young man that you play in Napoli. Osimhen. If you see confidence, you see determination, you see commitment, you see zeal. You see someone that is trying to deliver. So I like his performance anyway. Recently we have not been saying everything anywhere because it looks as if we are bragging, but we know where we are, and we know where we're going, and we know who we are.
As at when I was viewing the game, I was truly surprised because that in the first half, Watford dominated the game. It was like Watford was Chelsea, while Chelsea was Watford. So with what Watford displayed, unfortunately to them they lost the game, but they really played more than what we expected them to play. They did very well.
Then how you feel the Chelsea go cope with this 1 or 2 injuries now? We don't they come in?
Normally, when team they shine like this, injury must affect them. But one good thing about Chelsea currently is that most of their players are doing well. So even if they are maybe half of their first 11 have injury, the persons coming from bench, they can still perform, they can still do well for them. Most at least their manager is trying. He's a good man, and so he's technically wise, and he know what to do to get points for his team. So I think injury will not affect them too much like that.
Just and the 2 Nigerian players on the pitch for Watford today, Ekong and Dennis. What do you think of their performances?
Wow! From that first half, the only person I noticed was Dennis. I never knew that the guy is a Nigerian.
A Super Eagles player, he not gonna play for us now 3 times safe. So hopefully AFCON he go come again.
Man, the guy did so much. See first half now, see how they suffer Chelsea defenders. Carry ball, line like this. Man, carry Chelsea defenders. Are they surprised now? Now Watford they play Chelsea like this. So the Dennis was one of the players that captured my attention because the guy did very well in that first half. By then I didn't even know he's a Nigerian. So he did very well. It's a good performance that he put forward in this game. Then Troops Ekong, I did not see much.
Injuring players though.
I did not see much of his performance, but what I noticed about him, it was that event when he took when they booked him for that yellow card. I believe he was not even supposed to be booked. If he had apologized to that player at that moment, because we know, yes, his tackle was actually he went for the ball, but on the process of going for the ball, he had a contact with the opponent. He mistakenly kicked the opponent. If he had apologized to that player, he wouldn't have been booked. But it was like he challenged the ref, confronted the ref to the extent that he had to be booked.
We've seen Chelsea today. We don't see them, and December just the start. Man City then win today. Liverpool win comfortably today. Chelsea win today. These 3 teams, they're looking like the teams that are going for the league. But ending of December, who do you think will be there on top?
Ending of the December, for now, we just enter December. So I think it will be too early to judge the day in the early.
If you want predict, you want foresee and say, now these people, who do you think it will be?
With is like Chelsea did not perform well today. So I think if they don't improve, and I be say Liverpool go take over then sharp, because Liverpool currently Liverpool has been in a good form from beginning of this season. They play, even though say they mistakenly lost to West Ham. They are still delivering. See goals now. See the way that they try. So if Chelsea, as they say, just be like say now them go the major people now when go they pray Chelsea drop point, make a fit take over. So anything make Chelsea drop point, Liverpool go take over, followed by Man City.
Just and then finally now, United versus Arsenal tomorrow. More just do that small diversion from this game now. How do you feel ahead of that match tomorrow?
At least I'm not expecting a lose.
Pata na draw.
Pata na draw. So that's my.
The match was very okay. You understand? Based on some lapses, you understand? But Chelsea still let them know that we are still the champions of the Europe. Whatever they think, you understand? We are still leading. Undermining that our country is not around, you understand? But we still make sure that we push them. You know, Watford, they just want to show themselves.
They make it very difficult today, Abi.
No, yeah, actually, they make them very difficult, but we still let them know that no matter how small Pekin climb tree, you understand, big man can sit and see the other side. So Chelsea is still the best, so long I know, you understand.
How you see the performance of our brother Ekong today? He almost injured about 4 players.
No, Ekong, he's just trying to be perfect, you understand, but that's not the way it's supposed to go. You understand? You won't kill us, but we let them know, say we know if we die. You understand? We are still active. And we believe we still go more further.
And then Chalobah injury, big worry for Chelsea. I'll be one of the players we don't be consistent, a young player we don't come into the team.
No, actually, it's -1 to Chelsea, but at least, thank God, the coach too is still technical man. You understand? And he know what he's doing. No matter how they want it, we'll still give them. You understand? So that's it.
And Chelsea is still on top of the table. Are you confident that Chelsea can remain there?
Chelsea is going to collect the Premiership. It's not a laughing matter.
You know, say 2 dogs, 2 wolves, the Chelsea have been.
Don't worry. Forget Man City. Now, you know, when Watford score, them now go sit down on top. You understand? Thinking that maybe they don't knock us. But anyway, we are still on it. You know, say na December with this, and we know this is the difficult time for the Premiership, and I believe we'll still do more better.